The burning of the Library of Baghdad is one of history's great man-made disasters. It happened in 1258 AD, when the Mongols sacked the great city. The event was so cataclysmic that it's been called the end of the ancient world. But how is it possible that the Library of Baghdad was saved from the burning? In 1258 AD, the Mongols attacked the Abbasid Caliphate and took over the great city of Baghdad. For 3 days they pillaged the city, killing everyone who didn't escape. They burnt down entire neighborhoods, and when they went to set fire to the famous House of Wisdom, or Dar al-Hekmah, where the royal library was kept, they found that it was already empty. Now, there are 2 stories about how this happened. The first one is that a caliph, who was also the head of the library, had heard rumors that the Mongols were coming to sack his city. He decided to save the library by moving all the books to a safer location outside the city walls. Unfortunately for him, he didn't make it out in time, because the Mongols killed him as he was trying to flee. The other story is that a caliph wasn't really worried about the library. He thought that the House of Wisdom contained more than just books. It had scientific instruments and mechanical devices, things like that, and he thought that these were more important than the books. So he ordered his men to move all the books out of the library and into the city's citadel, which was made of stone and was much more fireproof than the wooden House of Wisdom. This, too, would have been a great loss, but at least it wouldn't be as bad as the loss of the House of Wisdom itself. As the Mongol army was approaching Baghdad, Caliph's general, Abu al-Kha, met them with a small group of soldiers and begged them to spare his city. He offered them lots of gold and silk and jewels, but the Mongols wanted more. They demanded that the Caliph come out and surrender peacefully, and when he came out, they arrested him and tied him up in front of the gate of the city. Then they beheaded him right there. When the Mongols entered Baghdad, they found that the main library was empty, but there were still plenty of books left in the citadel. As soon as they got inside, they started to burn those books. In fact, they burnt so many books that the fire lasted for 5 straight days. And you might think that this story has a happy ending because the House of Wisdom was saved, but it doesn't. When the Mongols looted Baghdad, they stole tons of stuff, including books. And one of the people who got really rich off the looting was a Mongol prince named Batu. He became known as the most cultured of all the Mongol princes, partly because he liked to brag about how he was the one who burnt down the great library of Baghdad. So, although some books were saved, they weren't saved for long. Within a few decades, they were all burnt, either in Baghdad or in Batu's palace.